U.S. President Donald Trump is set to meet with his national security team to discuss measures related to Ukraine following a tense meeting on February 28. According to the New York Times, citing a U.S. official, President Trump will hold a meeting with his national security team on March 3, U.S. time, to discuss and possibly implement measures concerning Ukraine. The American newspaper reported that these measures could include suspending or canceling military aid to Ukraine, including the latest shipments of ammunition and equipment approved under the Biden administration. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth will also attend the meeting, a source told the New York Times. On March 2, U.S. Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick stated that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky received a clear message during his meeting with President Trump. Washington's future financial support depends on Ukraine's willingness to negotiate peace. In an interview with Fox News, Secretary Lutnick emphasized that President Trump made it clear he only wants to establish peace. However, he also warned that Zelensky should not make ridiculous demands because of this. Zelensky needs to hear it directly from the U.S. funding authorities. "We will not provide financial support unless you are here for peace," Lutnick stated. On the afternoon of February 28, President Zelensky arrived at the White House hoping to sign a mineral agreement and discuss solutions for the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia. However, U.S.-Ukraine negotiations collapsed due to a heated exchange between Zelensky, President Trump, and Vice President J.D. Vance. Trump and Vance criticized the Ukrainian leader for being disrespectful and ungrateful for Washington's support. President Trump subsequently canceled a joint press conference and sent an advisor to ask Zelensky to leave the White House. Trump accused Zelensky of not being interested in achieving peace and stated that the Ukrainian leader could return for negotiations only when he was genuinely committed to peace. Since taking office in late January, the Trump administration has not provided any new aid to Ukraine, only continuing assistance packages approved during Joe Biden's presidency. Last week, the U.S. State Department ordered an end to the $25 million aid program from the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, meant to support Ukraine's critical energy infrastructure. This decision leaves Ukraine's energy grid vulnerable as the country continues to endure Russian attacks. According to the Washington Post, the Trump administration is reassessing its financial and military commitments to Kyiv. U.S. National Security Advisor Waltz also hinted at a potential shift in Washington's stance, suggesting that Zelensky might need to step down if he refuses to pursue a diplomatic solution. Western leaders have urged President Zelensky to swiftly restore relations with President Trump to avoid being placed at a disadvantage in the current geopolitical situation. The U.S. and Europe have been Ukraine's largest donors since the conflict with Russia erupted over 3 years ago. However, with Trump now in office, both Ukraine and Europe fear that Washington might cut off aid.